Hello, little girl. Or boy. Girl. I didn't really check your ID when you came in. I am Picasso Van Gogh, and I'm going to read you a story called The Poky Little Poppy. See, it's Poky. I don't know, that word looks kind of weird, like it's Polish or something. Anyway, it's a story about a dog, so we're going to check it out. How you doing today? It's a story about a dog. Oh, it's a bunch of dogs. Wonder why one gets top billing. I'm on like page 2. You know, the problem with these cardboard books, not always accurately labeled. 5 little puppies dug a hole under the fence and went for a walk in the wide, wide world. Through the meadow they went, down the road, over the bridge, across the green grass, and up the hill, one right after the other. Hey, it's a travel log. This story brought to you by the Travel Channel. And Animal Planet, apparently. When they got to the top of the hill, they counted themselves. 1, 2, 3, 4. One little puppy wasn't there. Really? There's only 5 puppies? This is a small world these guys inhabit. Now where in the world is that poky little puppy, they wondered, for he certainly wasn't on top of the hill. Where is he? He's not even on this page. He wasn't going down the other side. The only thing they could see going down was a fuzzy caterpillar. Hey, that's the guy from that Eric Carlisle book. He eats for a whole week. What do you think so far? It's a nice crossover having that caterpillar. When they looked down at the grassy place near the bottom of the hill, there he was, running around and around, his nose to the ground. He's kind of a weirdo, this guy. They're like, his nose on the ground. Nose on the ground, looking like a fool with his nose on the ground. Okay, we're on this page over here. What is he doing? The 4 puppies asked one another. And they went down to see. Roly-poly, pell-mell, tumble-bumble, they came to the green grass, and there stopped short, and played shortstop. What in the world are you doing? They asked. I smell something, said the poky little puppy. Then the 4 puppies began to sniff, and they smelled it too. This is where the book could take a very unpleasant turn. But thankfully, this page tells you what they smelled. Rice pudding, they said. See, I know. I was like, oh man, is this a diaper thing? Because, maybe your diaper's so bad they smell it in the book. Not the case. It's rice pudding. Which, of course, is a literary twist I did not see coming. And home as fast as they went, as fast as they could go. Sure enough was dinner waiting for them with rice pudding for dessert, but their mother was greatly displeased. So you're the little puppies who dig holes under fences, she said. Well, yeah, they're part of the hole-digging puppy guild. What did she expect? She said, no rice pudding tonight, and she made them go straight to bed. But the poky little puppy came home after everyone was sound asleep. So he ate up all the rice pudding and crawled into bed as happy as a lark. But I don't like what this book is teaching so far. It seems to be like, if you kind of do what's wrong, but you're lazy, you get all the rice pudding. Which, if you like rice pudding, it's good, but I don't know. Okay. The next morning, someone had filled the hole and put up a sign that said, don't ever dig holes under this fence. But the 5 little puppies dug a hole under the fence just the same and went for a walk in the wide, wide world. These guys don't learn. Through the meadow they went, down the road, over the bridge, across the green grass, up the hill. When they got to the top of the hill, they counted themselves. They got some weird protocol going on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. One little puppy wasn't there. Now where in the world is that poky little puppy, they wondered, for he certainly wasn't on top of the hill. It's like the same thing they did yesterday. These guys need a new itinerary. He wasn't coming down the other side. He wasn't coming up this side. The only thing they could see coming up was a brown hoptoad, which the illustrators have decided to make a green hoptoad just for clarity's sake, I guess. Okay, we're on this page over here. When they looked down at the grassy place near the bottom of the hill, there was the poky little puppy, sitting on one side and his ears cocked up. I hear something, said the poky little puppy. The 4 puppies listened, and they could hear it too. Chocolate custard, they cried. Chocolate custard? They can hear chocolate custard? These guys have really good hearing. I wouldn't even know what a chocolate custard sounded like, but apparently all of them can hear it. Someone is spooning it into our bowls. It's amazing. They not only hear spoons, but they know the spoons being used on chocolate custard. I mean, the fact that they even could hear the chocolate. Right? Like, I'm impressed with that. Usually I would expect a dog to smell chocolate, but these guys can hear it. And home they went as fast as they could go. And there, sure enough, was dinner waiting for them with chocolate custard for dessert. But their mother was greatly displeased. So you're the little puppies who will dig holes under fences, she said. No chocolate custard tonight. She made them go straight to bed. I don't get it. They can hear chocolate and they can't hear their mother coming? Really, guys? Oh, but the Poky little puppy came home after everyone else was sound asleep. He ate up all the chocolate custard and crawled into bed as happy as a lark. Okay, so from this page we learned that if one puppy eats enough chocolate pudding for 5 puppies, he'll be happy. But let me tell you, from experience, if you eat 5 times as much pudding as you're supposed to have, doesn't always end well, man. Sometimes you will be like, I wish I did not eat 5 times as much pudding as a reasonable person should. Alright, you look tired, so I'm going to sum this up. They go out and they dig a hole again, and they climb that hill, and they're all like, oh, it's a grasshopper, and where's the Poky puppy? And he's all like, I found a strawberry. So they all go home. And, they were like, oh, strawberry shortcake. And they're like, hooray. The Poky little puppy got there late, and they had already eaten his strawberry shortcake, which is fine, because the way this guy's going, he's going to be in a diabetic coma by the end of this book. And then at the end of the book, it says, no desserts ever unless puppies don't dig holes under the fence. And that's the end. So the message here is, don't dig holes under a fence and eat a whole lot of chocolate pudding. And I'm okay with both of those. Those sound like good advice. How about you? Hey, you know what we should do now? We should totally go dig a hole under a fence and go eat some chocolate pudding. Let's go. Oh. Sorry.